It's the adaptive technology of the Berserker body. The shell is reconfiguring to her subconscious image of herself.
Alita Battle Angel 2 is finally on the way, and there are some big ways the sequel can improve on the 2019 movie. The first film, based on the popular manga Battle Angel Alita, brought together director Robert Rodriguez and writer James Cameron for a visually stunning sci-fi adventure. It got a lot of love from manga fans and did well both critically and commercially, but it did have a few flaws. The good news? Alita Battle Angel 2 has the chance to fix those issues and take the franchise to new heights, making it way better than the original. Before Alita Battle Angel even hit theaters, James Cameron was already talking about sequels, making it seem like the 2019 film was just the beginning of a much bigger series. Unfortunately, things went quiet after that, and with the Disney-Fox merger and the COVID-19 pandemic, it looked like Alita's future was uncertain. But now, James Cameron has hinted that Alita Battle Angel sequels are finally in the works, meaning the franchise is moving forward again. This gives Alita 2 the perfect chance to improve on the first movie. In December 2022, producer John Landau gave an update, saying he'd love to make a sequel if the right opportunity came along. He mentioned that they had been talking to director Robert Rodriguez and were hopeful about making it happen. When asked about a release date, Landau was careful not to give a timeline, saying he didn't want fans or the media to hold him to it. By May 2023, Landau was still optimistic, mentioning that they were working on the sequel and focused on improving things like facial expressions and emotions for the characters, building on what they learned from the Avatar films. He pointed out how Alita helped push forward the technology that made films like Avatar: The Way of Water possible, and now they wanted to bring that back to Alita. James Cameron also confirmed in July 2023 that he was working on Alita Battle Angel sequels, indicating there are multiple films in development. However, with his busy schedule, especially with Avatar projects, it'll take time before he can fully focus on Alita. Sadly, any sequels will have to move forward without John Landau, who passed away in July 2024 after battling cancer. His passing will certainly make the future of the Alita franchise more difficult. Despite these setbacks, recent statements confirm that Alita Battle Angel 2 isn't dead, but with no major updates, fans may still have to wait a while for more concrete news. Now that we've covered the updates, let's talk about why Alita Battle Angel 2 has the potential to outdo the 2019 movie. One of the main reasons is the chance to explore characters like Gelda and Jashugan more. In the first film, while the acting was solid, there weren't a lot of big-name stars. Christoph Waltz and Mahershala Ali were the biggest names, but the movie also featured brief cameos from Michelle Rodriguez and Jai Courtney. These actors played Gelda and Jashugan, characters that didn't get much focus but could have much bigger roles in the sequel. By giving these characters more screen time, Alita 2 can expand the story in exciting ways. Plus, by giving Rodriguez and Courtney more prominent roles, the film can use them more in marketing, which could help boost its financial success.
Salvagers have jacked some stuff over the years for metal, but it's all ERM technology, so it's mostly been left alone.
This is an arm ship?
Uh-huh.
You know, it's pretty hard to sell this stuff since no one knows what it is or...
In addition, one area where the first Alita Battle Angel didn't quite hit the mark was its villain. But that's all about to change in the sequel, as the true villain of the franchise, Nova, is set to take center stage. Played by Edward Norton, Nova is a mad scientist and the ruler of Iron City, responsible for many of the challenges Alita faces throughout the story. While Norton had a quick cameo as Nova at the end of the 2019 film, it was clear that his role was meant to expand. With Alita 2 finally in the works, fans can expect to see Nova's character fully developed and ready to make a real impact on the plot. Another exciting thing about Alita 2 is that it can finally give us a proper look at Zalem. In the first movie, Zalem was a mysterious floating city above Iron City, seen as a paradise. It was the dream of many characters, including Hugo, who wanted to get there but sadly never did. While Zalem wasn't explored in the 2019 film, it's the perfect place to dive into for the sequel. Expanding the world of Alita and showing us what lies in Zalem is a natural next step for the story, and fans are eager to see what's waiting in that sky-high city. That said, what I really loved about the first Alita Battle Angel is how it creatively reimagines Iron City's setting. In the manga, Iron City is located in what's left of Kansas City, sitting beneath a massive space elevator that connects the scrapyard to the floating city of Salem. Geographically, though, this doesn't quite add up, as planetary elevators are typically built near the equator. To fix this, James Cameron decided to move Iron City to Latin America for the film. This change made sense, and it also gave the city a unique feel, with its blend of old Spanish colonial architecture and the lush rainforest surrounding it. The original Kansas location is still honored, though, with a small nod in the form of the Kansas Bar in the movie. I also think Alita Battle Angel is great because it kept the essential elements of the manga and anime while condensing them. Given how many chapters and spin-offs there are, it would have been impossible to fit everything into one film, so the movie does a great job of simplifying the characters, themes, and major events to make the story work within a 2-hour runtime. For instance, Alita originally spends a lot of time as both a hunter-warrior and a motorball champion. In the movie, she still does both, but her bounty hunting storyline takes a backseat to her athletic career. Some subplots were left out, like the whole feud between McTeague and Murdoch and Zapin and Desti Nova's direct role, but this helped keep the focus on the main story and made the pacing feel tighter. I think they made the right call here, and I hope they keep this approach for the sequel. Now, the most exciting thing about Alita 2 is that it won't have to spend nearly as much time on setup as the original film did. The 2019 movie not only had to tell its own story, but also introduce a bunch of quirky characters, explain the origins of its world, and break down how everything works. Now that all the heavy world building is out of the way, the sequel can dive straight into the action and storytelling without having to catch the audience up on the manga's backstory. This should make for a much faster-paced, engaging experience. And let's not forget that face replacement effects have gotten way better since the first Alita Battle Angel. The original movie relied a lot on face replacements, whether it was putting a manga-inspired face on actress Rosa Salazar or putting Jai Courtney's head on a giant robot body. While the effects in the first film still look great, they'll be even more impressive in the sequel. Thanks to advancements in de-aging and deepfake technology, which have been used in some of the biggest films and TV shows, Alita Battle Angel 2 is set to look even more stunning visually. And that's that for today's video, folks. We hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more amazing content. Also, don't forget to comment below and let us know which things impressed you the most. And your suggestions for future videos are always welcome in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.